Really should. It really should. Now we'll have to wait and see if that's going to be as effective. Now the Hellcurt carry, not that high of a win rate yet for the MPL, but who knows? Maybe Hades is going to be the one to pull it off, right? I think that only worked for the best time it worked was with Onyx way back then, and we'll have to wait and see if Signal Ultra can emulate that.
And look at this, we are marching on to game number 1. Land of Dawn, Signal Ultra versus NXP Solid. Blue side is on Signal Ultra. Red side is going to be NXP's. And as you can see right now, Hades here is being babysit by 2 of his supports.
Yep. So the curious thing is, where do they go from here? It looks like both supports are starting to branch out on the left and the right, just trying to find out where they started. Now, where NXP started, they will find that the orange buff is going to be the first one for H2O. And they're just going for Lethal Wanderer. They're not really going for the buffs right away. So Signal Ultra, I'm very curious about what they're trying to do here.
It's more on just letting the Hellcurt do his thing. At this point, Ben Sanity and Imba DJ really just wants to stop the Ling from getting his buff. If ever they can actually steal it earlier, that could have been big. But for H2O, that won't really be the matter, because H2O has the retribution.
That's right.
You cannot. Well, there are times that there are lapses in judgment for retribution, but
in
most
general, you always
importantly,
get it.
if
right?
you have a good carry, if you have a good jungler, that means that retribution won't go to waste.
Yeah, I very rarely watch H2O get out retribution. I don't know.
Yeah, I do agree.
It's very rare, right? No one can really beat H2O in the retribution fight. Now it's on the bottom side though. They catch on MB, and that's first blood for Signal Ultra.
And the timing, the precision, and the push that's going to happen here, it's going to be big. Hades got the grab coin, a bit of that energy turret.
Grab coin.
Yeah.
Is that what you guys call it these days? Grab coin?
We did get the crab coin.
Ah, okay, crab coin.
Crab coin.
I heard grab. Sorry about that.
No, it's not grab. It's crab coin. And Chujin
That would have been cool.
getting pushed back. MB here spinning to win. Spin it to win. Spin to win.
And you were talking about the sustain of this hero, right? I mean, it's a little bit limited these days. It's a lot easier to handle for most teams, unlike before, right? So I think it's really showing here in this game as well.
And you can clearly see how MB is just having a hard time just clearing the waves. He can't even go in, because he knows that there is a huge nerf in terms of the Balmond clearing those waves. So even if you are getting regen just by clobbering and taking down the minions, that only means that you are not going to be safe in these kinds of situations.
Like
and
that.
look at that.
Over
He
again.
only tried to clear out that wave.
He only wants the
He
XP,
only
man.
wants the XP.
He wants the gold. What happened?
But the thing is, he's not put in a position that he can do that.
Yep, especially against free people from the side of Signal Ultra.
That was a good play.
It's actually good that Chester was able to catch something else there, or else that would have been like a 0 advantage for NXP.
And step in the right direction here for the side of NXP Solid. They're trying to find a way to stop this aggression coming on from Signal Ultra. And this might be it. They go for a 4-man rotate on Bensanity.
Ooh, cancel.
Bensanity, he gets hit by the arrow. Yawi here really trying to go for this. And Bensanity still alive. Lethal counter will miss. Hades here going for Chester. Chester, that is going to be the Dark Knight Falls, and he will get away. Yawi here is a bit low. Baksha Bensanity will go down. H2O with a Finch Voice will get away, and he gets thrown back in. Oh my goodness. NXP Solid, Signal Ultra fighting it out. This is a brawl, ladies and gentlemen. This is a brawl.
What a hot exchange happening here for both teams. I mean, they're fighting even though their HP is like 20%. They don't want to back. They just want to get everything. Well, on the top lane, it's a different story. Renegade going to be able to get a tower advantage over Rhea. And let's have a look at that again, and let's try to break that down. First of all, MB really did a number there, trying to go hard. But again, it's just a little difficult for him to close out stuff, so he was forced to flicker out.
And Hades got thrown back to the side of NXP Solid as if he wanted to be part of the team. No, he gets thrown back,
Yep.
and that's the thing about Jawhead. You really have to look at your position. If you're not mindful of your position, you're gonna get thrown out like that.
There you go. Look at that. Hades is forced out, and he's still gonna be able to get it. Wow,
Whoa.
and a double.
That was a really good move coming out from Signal Ultra. Hades here using that blink to get out. He knew that the retribution is on the bottom lane, so they can't really contest him at that point on. If he threw it a second earlier, that could have been going to the side of NXP Solid. But Signal Ultra here, they stay there even if, let's say, MB just went in, Yawi went in. They weren't flustered. They weren't scared to fight that, to take that, and that's what I like about Signal Ultra. They're not backing down from these objective fights.
Yep, no backing down, just like Bensani right now, who is in a bit of trouble. Way of the Dragon. Big problem here, NXP. They're having a hard time, bro.
Yeah, but if you would look at it, Signal Ultra and NXP Solid, they're having a bit of lapses on judgment.
Both of them, actually.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them are making errors. But the thing is, if this is a game about errors, then who will make the most errors?
That's true. So we'll need the error counter or something, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see if we can.
You really
integrate
have to grade that. We really have to get that.
Someday, right? We're gonna
Someday.
get that.
And looking at NXP Solid
Oh.
here, oh Renegade, what a play!
Slick
And
moves.
He tries to get out. The raging sandstorm is there, and Hades here, will he go down? Chester really trying to go for that with a sliver of HP. Hades will get out. Chester here will pay the price. Rhea, he's on the middle lane. He's just trying to control that, but onto the side of NXP Solid at top. 100% sure that this turret is gonna go down.
Yeah, that's gonna be a dead turret for the meantime. I'm actually a little surprised by the mistakes being committed here. It's like assassination attempts that just keep going wrong for the side of NXP Solid. They have a good idea of what to do. Renegade is using Way of the Dragon to kick back targets, but the close is just not there.
And these are not mistakes just because they're having a hard time. These are mistakes that happen because the other team is really making it hard for them to make it right.
Right. It's just like very good roams on different parts of the map, and Signal Ultra here just being very unpredictable. And I would say there's a little bit of a disconnect sometimes between these players. Maybe they just need to warm up a little bit. I don't know. A 2K goal lead is not really that much at 7.5 minutes, so this is still anybody's game.
Mensanity here stepping on a trap. Valir getting bursted down. Yawi here is the target of Hades and the others. Yawi doesn't have the flicker. He will go down. And look at Hades here. He really wanted H2O, but nice Tempest of Blades to negate all the damage from those deadly poison stingers.
Yep, and Renegade is still here looking for scraps, looking for people who are going to be left behind, but that's not going to be happening here. Signal Ultra keeping it tight-knit, making sure that no one gets picked off.
Mensanity, he is a prime target, and MB gets hit by the Raging Sandstorm, but he dashes in time, and he gets away from that certain hurtful, painful area. Now, Rhea in the middle, and he is put in that painful area at this point, but he will get away as well.
Yeah.
And this is all about sustain right now, Rockhard.
Circle of Pain fought by Sustain. That's basically it for NXP Solid. They're being a little bit more careful with who they go for. They're slowing down on execution, if you notice. Like, they're really slowing it down as much as possible. And I'm not sure if that's going on the side of NXP Solid, because if they slow down here, H2O's actually doing still pretty good, but he might be left alone later to carry the team again. So we'll have to see if the rest of the team can pick up here.
Signal Ultra, they're actually controlling the map right now. If you could see, everyone is advancing on their side. NXP Solid here, they're not scared though. They're just utilizing those brushes so that they can move in and out of the map. They're probably just get some stragglers or just someone that's going solo, alone into their jungle. They could punish that heavily. Signal Ultra knows of that as well, and they actually stick together as much as possible.
Yep, only Tsujin is on the off lanes right now, trying to see if he can match up against Renegade. And the rest of Signal Ultra, they're trying to bait up on that Lord. That's actually a pretty smart move. Just trying to force it and make sure that NXP is kept on their toes. This could be a big one if they get found out. Hades, I think they're trying to bait someone to go in for the Lord take.
Now, this is the thing. Selena is there. It's not always a good idea to go for the Lord while the Selena is up, because that means someone will be tanking the Lord,
Yep.
and someone can get hit by the narrow.
There's a trap somewhere lying
There's a
there
trap.
that they don't know about, right? So
Oh, Imba DJ.
look at that. Another hit on Imba DJ. He's actually half HP right now, so that means it might be a little difficult for Signal Ultra to go for the engage. Rhea trying to split push as much as possible here. I think that is a smart move, and that means that someone's always going to have to check that lane. But for now, it is deep. They will try to go for the Lord again.
And Lord is getting juggled around by the side of Signal Ultra. Let's see, Bensanity here, being the guard, being the one in control of that jungle. He will not let anyone pass here. Lord is at 10k, 11k HP rather, and it will be
it's a
reset.
reset.
They do not want it. Yawi gets called out. Nice flicker just in time before he got a lot of damage. Because the thing is, if you didn't flicker at that point on Rockhart, that only means you're forced to go home. But there's a bit of a duel happening here. Onto the top lane. Bensanity rolling around. Renegade really trying to go for him.
Oh boy.
And H2O
Look at this.
gets a turret.
No more Dark Knight Falls means that NXP, they're going to be so confident to go for the fights. Imba DJ, goodbye.
And that is going to be the death of Imba DJ. Yawi here still alive. Chujin trying to fight as much as possible. There is no Dark Knight Falls for Hades. Hades here cannot afford to go in, and that is going to be a stall, another stall onto that Lord.
Yep, all of a sudden, we are back on even, and I would say, and I think that's mainly because of just decision making. If you notice, H2O, he's not really joining the fights right away. He's prioritizing pushing onto the turrets, trying to get the minions. It is giving NXP a hard time to control the fights early on, but they can clean up very, very well because of that.
And looking at the gold right now for both of the teams, H2O and Hades, they're just staying near each other. For the side laners, there's a bit of a difference between MB and Renegade and the others, the Rhea Chujin combination.
Yep, for sure.
But there's this thing about their
DJ.
NXP solid lineup that there is one carry, side lane carry on their side, and that's going to be Renegade on the show.
That's
So
right.
for the side of Signal Ultra, as long as they can be as tanky as possible and tank everything up for Hades, Hades is gonna have a good time.
Yep, and looks like who's having a good time. That's going to be NXP going for hard engages here. Rhea with the Raging Sandstorm as well. And MB's going to be the one to suffer again.
And the Fire Stakes will secure that kill. Imba DJ though, what can he do? He uses the ultimate onto the middle lane. There is a fight happening. Bensanity here is just way too tanky. He cannot get bursted down by those two members onto the side of NXP Solid. That is the thing. And show Hellcurt here will go down. He gets hit by the arrow, and that's going to be the knock up. The kick was there. Valor will die. Imba DJ here will go down. Rhea in the middle of three people. He will go down as well. Signal Ultra, what can they do? Chujin, does he have the last insanity intact? Yes, he does. He can go for the steal right now. Bensanity and Chujin, they're trying to stall this game. They're trying to stall this Lord take as much as possible. Renegade with the Way of the Dragon and non-stop action, ladies and gentlemen. And they go down like... how do I say this? They go down like...
Dominoes.
Dominoes, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
perfect. Thank you, analyst.
that was beautiful. And this was dipping and diving being done by NXP Solid. Just beautifully done. And they don't overcommit. They just keep using the Lord to their advantage. And all of a sudden, that lead from Signal Ultra, that 4K gold lead, it vanished.
Yep. And clearly, the Lord was actually the best objective at that point on. NXP Solid really wanted that. They fought for that. Signal Ultra had the same thing in mind.
Yep.
What happened? Almost a 3-minute clash.
The moment Hades died, that was it. I think that was just the flip the switch. NXP could do anything they wanted after that. And it really showed. It really showed as well on the side lanes. Serena J doing his thing. And the Lord is going to be wailing on the top lane soon. H2O waiting for the perfect time to engage.
And there's the charge coming out from the Lord. What will happen here? How will NXP deal with this? Mid lane turret has been destroyed. Hellcurt will go down. Renegade here with the play.
That was the perfect
And there's a
solo
throwback. No immortality. Bensanity gets hit by the arrow. Well placed by Chester. H2O, 1v1 with Chujin. Firaga armor goes down. The push, slowly but surely, they will try to make it in.
Yeah, that was worst case scenario for Signal, losing Hades again. But luckily, the rest of the members are able to defend the inhibitor turrets, but next wave is coming, and NXP, they're not done.
H2O going in. Look at that toss back. Rhea here in the middle. He does have this quick sand guard. Renegade going for the bottom lane. Imba DJ almost getting hit, almost getting kicked. But there is a connection there. Tempest of Blades, the ultimate catches back people! Oh my goodness! That is a disaster for the side of NXP Solid. Signal Ultra!
No way! No way that happened.
Rhea!
Look at that. Raging
Rhea,
Sandstorm.
you madman. A 5-man Raging Sandstorm. And I think NXP Solid there, they lined up in a perfect timing for Rhea to just come in.
Yep, that deserves like a replay with a slow-mo. Because Rhea, he capitalized when NXP Solid was feeling confident. 2 members alone here. Can they defend? It's going to be difficult. Here we go.
And there are minions onto the top lane. If they can install this, if they can stall this, they can win NXP Solid.
Way!
And that is
No
going to
way!
be the turnaround. Just one ultimate Rhea.
How?
Rhea Tsujin combination. That was the biggest Raging Sandstorm I have ever seen, ladies and gentlemen.
Biggest, absolutely the most impactful Raging Sandstorm of Season 6. There's no doubt about it. And how they were able to do that over, I don't know, maybe that was just an overestimation of the power of their push. NXP Solid, they were super vulnerable to the last Insanity after that. So we finally see a good connect, right? A good connect from the last Insanity plus the Raging Sandstorm, which very rarely happens. And it happened here. When NXP Solid was winning already.
Yeah. And this happened to NXP Solid when they faced Execration for the first time.
And on that bottom lane.
And on that bottom lane again.
That bottom lane is a curse.
That bottom lane is something.
Oh, there's
really
something there.
There's something there
They need
for
to
the side of
fix
NXP
the
Solid. And this
the aura,
this
the
really
functionality of that
happens
place.
when this really happens when the other team or NXP Solid really just looks at finishing the game fast.
Yeah.
This happens when they go impatient.
That's a good point. Yeah.
They should just chill out, try to win the game as slow as possible. Because the thing is, there is still another Lord coming in just a few seconds. So you might just wanna wait for that and be patient. But be patient, guys, as we will go back here for game number 2. But for the meantime, let's throw it to Rob Luna.
Mga caster, rinig ko yung sigaw nila.